So, my friends, so we're going to talk some World War II history here, motherfuckers, right? So, let's get into this one. Is this the biggest military brain fart of all times? I have been watching a bunch of videos on World War II, some hidden goodies and little stories like that, right? So, so it sparked one of my biggest just why moments. So I've always loved World War II, war in general, and yeah, this is, and in my opinion, one of the biggest, and if not the biggest, fucking military brain farts of all time. That is Hitler trying to invade Russia. Like, why? Why? You are on the same team. You are currently fighting the Allies. Then Hitler just fucking decided, you know what? I'm going to take over the motherfucking Soviet Union. So, yes, it is called an Operation Barbarossa, which was supposed to be very, very fast. Okay, so it was supposed to be one of Hitler's famous blitzkrieg, goes in and he gets the job done, conquers the Soviet Union. Now, what happened was that they invaded, and although they did have some success, it turned into a stalemate, which then led to the brutal winter, which, yes, then led to the demise of the Nazi soldiers. So, so it began on June 2022, 1941. Yeah. So he wanted to conquer the Soviet Union, which I think was because of greed, but also being paranoid because he probably thought, hmm, well, I don't know. These Russians, man, they're getting pretty powerful. What if they strike a deal with the Allies and they backstab me? So, so Operation Barbarossa was the name given to the German invasion of the Soviet Union, which was the largest invasion in history, involving over 3 million German and Allied troops. So, so the invasion initially met with significant success due to the surprise and attack and the unpreparedness of the Soviet army. Well, yeah, because they probably didn't figure what the hell is this? The fucking Germans are attacking us. So the invasion eventually stalled due to several factors, including the vast distances of the Soviet Union, the brutal Russian winter, the resilient Soviet resistance, and strategic blunders by the German high command. Yeah, played a crucial role in the defeat of Nazi Germany. So Hitler would have never done that, the Allies they still would have won. But I do think that the war would have dragged on a lot longer. Now let's go into Mussolini real quick, which the blunders ties right into another fella. So these dictators are really not uh, a military strategic masterminds by any stretch of the imagination. That instead, Benito Mussolini, who himself raised to prominence and did indeed take over as leader of Italy, which he led multiple battles himself, which from what I understand, they were all fucking disasters. Now he did take over one place. He did invade and conquer one place, the almighty territory known as Ethiopia. But Benito Mussolini did, in fact, take over Ethiopia. Wow. Fucking almighty Ethiopia with their fucking fine machinery and just savage, cutting edge warriors with their military, fucking laser rifles and of all places to conquer, man. Really, Ethiopia? My God, Mussolini. My God. So, yeah. So, blundered by Hitler, then you have the retard Mussolini doing his own thing, uh, 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 which his ending was brutal because he was trying to escape to Sweden, but then they had borders with the anti-fascist guards, and then one spotted him. Said, "No, no, no, fuck no, you're coming with me." And sure enough, they they lined him up with some of his most loyal supporters. Shoot him. Then what happens is they basically parade them through Italy. Then yeah, people they spit on him, continue to shoot him. Then they string him up in the capital of uh, death location. Uh, yeah, no. Where'd they drag him though? Okay, so I have to give credit to New York Times here. When they found out that he died, they quoted, quote, "a fitting end to a wretched life," end quote, by the New York Times. Um, wow, what a picture that is. Okay, that's what it's called. Plaza Laredo. Basically, Plaza Laredo, I believe, but there they go. That's his fate. If the only good dictator is a dead, hanged, strung up dictator. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah, the Swiss border. Try to make a run for it, but some of the other anti-fascist guards they were waiting right there for him. Yeah, was his body was publicly displayed in Piazzale Loreto in Milan, Italy on April 29th, 1945, which is funny because just uh, a few years later, that is where he took power. Crazy, huh? And that's where he gave one of his speeches. So a very fitting. Fast forward a few years, he is now being strung up by the same Italians that probably at one time and actually supported him. So wild, wild stuff, my friends. So that being said, thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Air with Mark.